Right, this is a wellness reading for Scorpio. There is some third-party interruptions in your reading. Also some self-inflicting ones, which could be from the past or the present, that could be affecting future manifestations for you. So, might be some things. Also, I do have some little bits of advice that you can use. You don't have to. It's entirely up to you. And I also have channeled messages. I also have my cats in here, so you'll hear my cats. It's an interesting day. Anyway, so let's start off with the first card, which is the Hierophant, which is tradition, spirituality, authority, and deception. So there might be some stuff going on. Some Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is the choice of security over risk, enjoyment of wealth. We have the Four of Cups, which is hesitation to try something new, fear of repeating past mistakes. We have the Page of Wands, the enthusiastic pursuit of a new venture. We have the Four of Swords, the cycle of creation, destruction, and renewal. We have the Three of Swords. That's a big card. Okay, so the Three of Swords, moving beyond sorrow, understanding one's own feelings. So there might be some feelings that you haven't really come in contact with before. There's the Star. The Star is hope and healing. And then there's the Four of Wands, which is foundations, stability, and celebration. There is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is confidence and strength. We have the Seven of Cups, which is secrets, imagination, and new feelings. So in this, I feel like you might be changing a lot, or you might be healing from a particular situation, either relationship-based, losing a friendship, or moving on from a particular situation, scenario, or job. So there might be some healing from all that stuff. So you might actually try to find new security elsewhere or in your own things that you're doing, or another job. So it might take a while, but I feel like you're kind of experimenting with new things. It might be job related, it might be relationship related, it might be just self-care related. But I feel like you're kind of getting into the moment of what should I do next, So I feel like it could be confusing. I myself am now purposing myself as a tripod, so there's that. My other tripod got stolen, so I was like, oh boy. But anyway, one of them broke and one of them got stolen. So anyway, you could kind of be dealing with improvisation, where you kind of have to just think about it, go for it, the end. And other times you might actually have to have a well thought out plan. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, But whatever you choose to do, it's going to be a change for you, okay? It might be a little change, a big change, or a small change between one point to the other, okay? Excuse me. I didn't want to cough into the mic, but ended up doing that anyway. So, your advice is obey, change, and have faith. So, you could have faith in the process, but I feel like it might take a little bit longer just because sometimes you get into like a routine and it's hard to change immediately or have the instinct to take on something that's going to be successful, which is difficult at the moment. So it's like, you kind of have to shift gears. You have to go from 1 to 2 and then back to 1 probably. But he might have to try a lot of different things as well. So, there's that as well. See, third party and first party issues. So this could be self-inflicted by you or third party. A fascination, wonder, or a scholarship. So you might have somebody funding your lifestyle or somebody funding an idea you have. You could be moving beyond sorrow, understanding one's own feelings. So you could have new feelings that you haven't explored before. It could be very different from what you originally felt. A responsibility or a burden. So there's some type of secret or a responsibility that you're taking on that you're not too sure about. It could be a lot. And then there is triumph and a breakthrough, an inventive solution. So you're going to try something that's never been thought of before or hasn't been done before. And it could be very amazing to you. Like, oh my gosh, this actually worked. This is really cool. But, it does bring up a lot of more obstacles than you probably originally thought. A lot of envy. Okay. I get envy just by being on YouTube, but a lot of my content can't be taken on YouTube anymore because of profanities and, because of using certain words that might be a little bit of self-destructive, type things. So I do have to reinvent how I do my platforms and things like that. But I'm looking for a platform that will actually take some of that content because I don't want anybody to be like, oh, this is different from your usual content or whatever. I'm trying to find, where I can put certain content and other content. So that's going to be coming up in a few months too if I can figure it out. And you might be doing something similar to that where you have to kind of find an outlet for certain creativity, which could be a bit different than you usually thought. So we have channeled messages, and my arm's getting tired, so it's like jolting. It's kind of doing like a Charlie horse. So I'm really sorry if it makes somebody ill because of motion sickness, but I do apologize. So meditation study, creating your own brands, connecting with somebody online, working on trust issues, a family unit with strong personalities, retirement, family pain, loss of a family member, which I'm sorry if anybody's going through that, a new family legacy, family celebration, shares, stock market, meditation, needing more recognition, recovery from a heartbreak, one's goals can fall apart, trouble with one's care or one's own career. So it could be one of the two. Being led astray, unable to protect your boundaries properly, gossip, toxic, community, multimedia type stuff, and a holiday and relaxation. So there could be a lot of upheaval here where it's kind of like it goes from one extreme to the next for most of you, or it's like it's one extreme but it takes on a lot more than just one thing, and it could be affecting you in ways you didn't think were possible. So you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to find your own strength and find the lesson in each cause and effect type of thing. Also, you're going to have to find other things out about yourself and holding yourself accountable for certain things maybe. But if it's career, you're going to have to hold yourself accountable. If it's family related, you're going to have to kind of find responsibility for taking on something bigger than yourself. The lesson's there. You just have to find it. And you do have to feel comfortable in taking on certain roles in your family now. But whatever the case is, there's something bigger than yourself that you're going to be taking on for your family, okay, or your friends or your career. So just keep that in mind. It might be a growing experience for you, some growing pains here and there, but it's going to bring you into a better clarity or perspective of who you are as a person and what you can take on and what you can't. It might be a lot more than you thought necessary, okay? So, anyway, Scorpio, hopefully this helps you out in some way, shape, or form. I know it's a lot, but I feel like, it's all about past, present, and future. So you might be dealing with this from the past. You might be dealing with it in the present, and you might be dealing with it in the future as well. But if you can handle it now, like, you can probably handle a lot more than you ever thought possible too. So just keep that in the forefront. It might take a while, but it's going to give you a better sense of self. Okay? Anyway, I will see you in the next reading. Hopefully I find a new platform for some of my material. I know a lot of people like that stuff, and some of the Death Day readings, but I feel like it's going to be a while, so I'm sorry about that, but hopefully I get that straightened out. And just remember to do some self-care stuff too. You need a break from certain things if they're too heavy to carry, and you have to take emotional control of certain things. It can be a lot. It can be very taxing on certain people. You don't want to be worn out before you get started, so just keep that in consideration. Take some time to yourself, Anyway, I will see you in the next one, and hopefully you enjoy your journey, and just take time if you need to. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, you shouldn't have done that, whatever. It's your journey. It's not their journey, so don't worry about it, okay? Don't feel guilty about having some time to yourself, okay? Anyway, I will see you later. Alright? Take care of yourself.